Okay.
And I'll go on. Just watch out for that cone on your left side there.
Brakes are checked. I know where the wheel is. I'll
Yeah, you can.
gauged it by the fuel cap.
Good, so keep that turn coming. You'll definitely miss that cone. It's well and truly underneath you. Good. You're all good on my side.
Zulu Uniform India Bankstown, ground taxi holding point Alpha 8, runway 29 right.
Alpha 829 right, Zulu Uniform India.
Kilo Bravo, clearance available.
Bravo.
Kilo Bravo cleared to Marimbula via Pegsu, flight plan route. Bankstown 9 departure, climb via SID to 3000, squawk 7244.
And when you're ready, I'll just check my brakes once you're... Alright, my controls.
Your controls.
Alright.
7244.
And my brake pressure is sufficient. Your controls.
My controls.
Make that a
Ground
bit.
Uniform November Quebec, Diamond Jill on Lima with information. Bravo, request taxi for departure.
November Quebec, Bankstown, ground taxi holding point Alpha 8, runway 29 right.
Uniform Alpha 829 right, Uniform November Quebec.
So which taxi route are you going to take?
Kilo.
Okay, no
That's
problem.
what I was always used to.
No problem.
And that way I usually make my call on Kilo when I'm moving.
That's fine. The benefit of doing that also is it's a longer taxi route, which means that you get enough time for your engine to warm up prior to running it up. Windsock's dead, which is nice.
Good information, Bravo. That's one thing I actually did forget to do.
You pretty much, it's already set up. 'Cause
Ground,
you've got,
ground,
yeah, you've got ground on COM 2. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And once again, if you want to adjust the volume, you can do that. And that's the volume.
That's fine.
Yeah, good.
Bankstown ground. Tango Romeo Romeo on Kilo with information Bravo. Requesting taxi for upwind departure.
Romeo Romeo, Bankstown, ground taxi holding point Alpha 8, runway 29 right.
Holding point Alpha 8, 29 right, Tango Romeo Romeo.
Very nice.
Yeah, I used to try and get through it too quickly.
Yep.
I started making mistakes, especially with the call, or well, with the call sign. For anything else.
Yeah, just take it nice and easy and slow.
Temperature's slowly getting there.
Yep.
On our right.
All clear on the right. So this is the only painful thing. The run-up bay is pretty much full. So as you get closer to the run-up bay, just manoeuvre yourself towards the left, just so we keep taxiway Alpha clear.
Yep.
And then we'll get into the run-up bay when it's vacant. Can't really see too well out of this window,
November, Diamond,
but you may be able to slide
Bravo,
next to...
for departure, request taxi.
A bit risky, yeah, you have to really... Yeah, you'll be able to make it.
Calling ground taker.
Romeo Foxtrot, November, Diamond, Jewel, information Bravo at Alpha 3 for departure, request taxi.
November taxi holding point Alpha 8, runway
I think we'll
29
wait
right.
for...
Sorry? Right, Romeo
We could
Foxtrot,
potentially
November.
just wait if you want.
Just wondering if I can if I've
Keep
got
coming
enough.
in.
Uniform Delta, clearance available.
Yep, keep coming in.
Uniform Delta, go ahead.
Yep, in this
Uniform Delta,
direction.
you're cleared to Bankstown via Richmond, flight plan route.
Keep coming in further, and then you'll make a right-hand turn.
Climb via SID to 3000.
A sharp right-hand turn.
4005.
You just don't want to do it too early because this wing won't be in there. So do you mind if it's my controls?
Yours controls.
Yeah, I'll just get us in.
B2 Bankstown via Richmond, Bankstown 9 departure, climb via the SID 3000, squawk 4005, Zulu Uniform Delta.
Uniform Delta, I'll just confirm it's via Richmond, flight plan
Just
route.
check that wing for me.
Yep.
Richmond, flight plan route, Zulu Uniform Delta.
Yep.
Cool. There we go.
Bankstown ground, good morning, rescue 208.
Just really needed that tight turn.
Hospital status PB4 in
All yours, buddy.
Bravo.
Just want to make sure we didn't clip him.
Taxi.
And our wing's in, so we're good.
Yep.
208 Bankstown ground, taxi holding point Alpha 4, runway 29 right.
Park brake.
Holding point Alpha 429 right,
Select
thanks,
the full
rescue 208.
tanks. I'll go fuel pump on.
Bankstown ground, Zulu Foxtrot November, on November with information Bravo, request start up for circuits.
I'm supposed to go forward, but I'm going to wait because the
Yeah, I
temperature
agree.
can come up.
November.
Engine gauges are in the greenish.
So scroll down to where it says Annunciator Panel and start on that. See where it says Annunciator Panel and then make your way back to the top.
Fuel pump.
A little bit further up. Yep, right here, Annunciator Panel.
Data panel, so...
Officer Kilo, taxi Alpha Bravo
Flight
to the Bravo
instruments.
run up base.
217290.
Bankstown ground, helicopter Lima Tango Oscar at Juliet, requesting flight clearance for circuits, receive Bravo.
Locked.
Tango Oscar, Bankstown ground, start approved.
Quadrat
Approved, Lima Tango Oscar.
Yeah.
Alpha West Bays.
Carburetor heat. I think I've got enough temperature now. Idles.
Yeah, definitely idles. Just looking at the wind direction, the wind's light. Try it one more time in idle position. Try it one more time. Yeah.
Idle?
Yeah. That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just before you could hear it, it was kind of like struggling.
Yep.
Good.
Alternator output positive. Throttle. Check that. Electric fuel pump. Alternators on. Engages in the green. I'm actually going to link it. Just keep it warming up. Mixture I've got set at the moment. Carburetor heat is off.
Echo for Charlie.
Wing flaps neutral set. Trim.
Station
Check
calling
that
ground,
earlier.
You'll let Echo for Charlie.
Yep, that looks good.
Seat backs set.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Seats and harnesses. Empty seats. Not very much empty. Controls. Incorrect. Doors latched.
This door is latched. 1 and 2. Well,
Radio frequencies are set. Departure brief. Okay. If we have an engine failure on the takeoff roll, we're just going to set idle. Apply brakes as needed. If we have an engine failure after takeoff and we have runway remaining, we're going to set idle, pull full flaps, set it back down on the runway.
Yep.
If we have an engine failure after takeoff with no runway remaining, we're going to look for any place to land within 30 degrees of the nose. We're going to make for that. If it happens to be water, I'm going to get you to pop the hatch just before we get down.
Yep.
If we have an engine failure after takeoff and we're above 1,000 feet or in the circuit pattern, we have a performance to do so, we're going to head back for the runway. Okay, so we're set to go.
Yeah, I think we might have to wait for this guy. I don't want to clip his wing on the right there. I reckon. Look, I'll give it a go, but
Zulu Foxtrot Bravo on Lima with Bravo request.
And we'll reach in this mixture so we don't forget it.
Okay.
We should clear. Bankstown ground taxi to the run-up bay, report ready for
We
that.
should clear.
Taxi run-up bay, report ready, Zulu Foxtrot Bravo.
Zulu Foxtrot Bravo, I'll just confirm you were for Bankstown via Picnic Point.
Confirm, Zulu Foxtrot Bravo.
Bank ground, Mike County Romeo on Bravo,
Yep.
for parking in
Awesome.
November.
Let's bring that power
Charlie
back.
Romeo ground taxi Echo Juliet
Door
Alpha
controls.
parking.
Ground check, extra Kilo Victor on Alpha for Lima.
Okay, so
Kilo Victor ground taxi.
Just test the volume every time you change. So this one here, just press it. That's volume. Good, and press it again.
Yep.
Good. So just in case you have it on mute and they can't hear you.
okay, so P.heat not applicable. Instruments, we have temperature, oil pressure's good. Set, heading is set, primer's locked.
Just give them a call. We've got people behind us when you're ready. Oh,
Yep. Bankstown Tower, Tango Romeo Romeo, holding point Alpha 829 right, ready for upwind departure.
Tango Romeo Romeo Tower, runway right, cleared for takeoff.
One runway right, clear for takeoff, Tango Romeo Romeo.
so you can get moving, and as you move, just put your landing light on and your transponder to out. It's the only two things you really need to do for now.
Stop Foxtrot Romeo
Beautiful.
downwind.
This one here, one more.
I'm all
Out.
sorry.
Beautiful.
Delta X-ray Romeo, cleared visual approach, runway right, number 1.
Clear to approach, runway right, number 1. Stop Foxtrot Romeo.
Final is clear.
Good.
T's and P's in the green, airspeed is alive.
Tower, uniform November.
And center line.
Alpha 8, turn on the right, ready for departure via Alpha
50.
Uniform November, Quebec Tower, line up, runway right.
Line up, runway right, uniform November, Quebec.
Uniform November, Quebec, the Cherokee Airborne's also departing up one runway right, cleared for takeoff.
Traffic inside, clear for takeoff, uniform November, Quebec. Runway right, uniform November, Quebec.
Landing lights off, fuel pumps off.
All stations, information Charlie is now current, wind still variable 5 knots, temperature 11, QNH remains 1017, no other significant changes.
So don't be careful of this. You're busting over to centre, so make a slight right turn to keep that 29. Good.
Departure by the SID.
Nice.
Zulu Uniform Delta, tower hold position.
Hold position, Zulu uniform Delta.
Delta X-ray Romeo, runway right, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway right, Stop Foxtrot Romeo.
So keep me at 1,000 feet on a track of 290. So first of all, always get your attitude first, let the speed build, then bring the power back, then trim it. So what you did is you bring the power back progressively.
Yep.
But the problem is you don't get the speed, so the aircraft tries to catch up to you. The next time we level out, I want you to go attitude 1/3, let the speed build past 90 knots, bring the power back to 23, and then trim. There's less changes in trim required when you do that. So give it a go when we climb out next. Beautiful. Past the train track lines, you can see them. We're just overhead.
Yep.
And we're going to make a left-hand turn. Can you just see where the new airport is?
Yep.
Aim towards the new airport, and then I'll get you to climb up just to 2,000 feet.
Alpha 8, cross runway right, line up runway centre.
Cross runway right, line up runway centre, Zulu uniform Delta.
That's good.
Zulu uniform Delta, report passing 1,500 runway centre, cleared for takeoff.
Report passing 1,500.
And you can set 2,000 on the altitude if you wanted to.
Uniform Delta.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Romeo Foxtrot November, Diamond.
Every 500 feet we're in that climb, just lower the nose, have a look for traffic, because remember there's aircraft coming inbound to the points.
Line up runway right.
Line up runway 29 right, Romeo Foxtrot November.
Romeo Foxtrot November, runway right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway right, clear for
This is a nice cruise climb. So with this one here, push the nose down to 1/3, let the speed accelerate. Yep, good, it's accelerating, and now you can go ahead and bring back your power to 23, and then you can trim it out. Just hold that attitude while you trim. Bang on. See how there's less trim changes?
Yep.
So always go attitude, let the speed build, bring the power back, then trim it. Easy. Alright, so the field we're selecting is actually here on our left side, so just south of Badgerys Creek Airport.
Yep.
We'll get a bit closer, and then we're going to start a descent to 1,000 feet, and we'll get prepped for the PSL.
Okay.
So just to be clear, on the right I have Prospect, and on the left you can just see on our wingtip is 2RN, the tall stick, just towards the middle of the wing. Can you see that? Yep. So you can, yeah, exactly, you can transfer over to 12455 and you can set VFR on that, but I'm not sure if it works here. Beautiful.
Are you supposed to put it to standby first, then switch?
To be honest, I normally just select it, but you are correct. You meant to put it to standby and change it.
Killing 9, climb to 10,000.
3,900, climbing level 240.
I'll just put this a bit lower.
Japan Air 52, heavy Sydney departures. Killing 9, climb to 10,000.
So do you see that green patch at our 12 o'clock?
Yep.
That's the field we're going to use, and we're approximately going to be landing towards the west as we took off.
Yep.
At about 2 feet, 240, thereabouts. Okay? Once again, as we get a little closer, I'll get us to descend. I just want to get around this populated kind of area.
City Center, Foxtrot Yankee Charlie, Airborne Wilton, 3,100, request flight level 140.
Foxtrot Yankee Charlie, Sydney Centre identified.
Alright, so we're approaching it. I'm going to get you to conduct a gentle descent, maybe 500 feet per minute, that's fine by me. A cruise descent to 1,000 feet.
Foxtrot Yankee Charlie, expect 9,000 in the Bargo box, contact approach.
I'd like you to adjust your heading to about 260.
260?
Nine, climb to flight level 120.
Thank you.
Flight to flight level 120,
260. Okay.
Yep, so fly yourself slightly to your right.
Delta, turn right, heading 340.
Right, 340, Zulu Uniform Delta.
Good. So the reason I want you to do this is I want you to, as we get closer, just discuss where we're going to be landing. Once again, when you conduct a PSL, you're looking for a suitable field and you want to land into wind.
Yep.
We departed runway 29er, the wind was variable 5 knots, so we're taking a westerly direction to land in.
Yep.
So we're going to be landing this direction.
Yep.
So the field that we're using is the green patch here at about your 1 o'clock, and you'll see as we get a little closer that there is a dirt kind of driveway, I guess you can put it. So we're going to be landing in this direction to the side or the right side of that dirt driveway. That's the field we're going to be using. All right?
So there?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to overfly it. Remember, we overfly it, we offset ourselves, in this case to the right. Hence I got you on this heading. All right? And once you're at 1,000 feet,
Zulu Uniform Delta, onwards clearance from the practice ILS.
and just to make it nice and easy, let's do just a very gentle 15-degree turn to the right, so that by the time we exit, we'll be at 1,000 feet, 2 stages of flat, 80 knots, and we can overfly it and take a time. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the field we're using, just for your knowledge.
Okay, so parallel to that dirt driveway, you said?
Correct. Parallel to that dirt driveway, but to the right of it. Yes.
Okay.
So let's just make, you can get your flap out if you like, and let's just make a nice gentle right-hand turn, just so that we can turn and exit. Good. That right-hand turn when you've got it all stabilised. Other way. That's left.
Sorry.
That's all good. That's all good. Just 15 degrees, nice and gentle. Watch your power on that one. Good. So about 2,000 RPM. So we don't need the carby heat. Nice. I just want the aircraft stable. 1,000 feet, 80 knots, 2 stages of flat. We're turning simply to get ourselves orientated and making sure we're set up.
Yep.
All right. So keep that turn coming. And no less than 1,000 feet. I don't want people looking at us like, why are they doing this? Good, 15 degrees. Keep turning. Yeah, go 20. Because we're level. Yep, keep that 20-degree turn coming.
Zulu Uniform Delta, turn right, heading 040.
Right, 040, Zulu Uniform Delta.
Japan Air 52, connect.
All right, so the field over there is to our right.
Yep.
So keep the turn coming, and we'll get ourselves orientated so that we have that dirt road to our left.
When you say time it...
So keep your wings level now, and as we get closer, we'll make a right turn, and then we'll start to time it, because you're exactly 80 knots, 1,000 feet, 2 stages of flat. So keep yourself tracking like this. And what I will do to make your life easier, if you think you know roughly the course, it's roughly about 240, thereabouts. Yeah, landing this direction. So just keep tracking this direction for now, and I want you to just notice on our 12 o'clock, you pretty much have a nice bright green, somewhat bright green, and then as you come closer it turns a bit more brownish, and there seems to be livestock as well. So what you're going to do, you can make a right-hand turn now, and I just want you to parallel yourself to that road. You can do just a gentle turn so you can see out of your left window where you would be landing. Now, where there is the change in the field colour, we'll put that as the beginning of the field. So go wings level here so you can see the field.
Yep. See, I would have probably chosen that direction, but like just on the right of those trees.
So we're going to go to the left of this cluster of trees.
Yeah.
It's a bit longer. That's the only reason.
Okay.
So we're going to time it. Do you see where there's the change in the the colour? We're going to start the time at the change in that colour in this direction. All right. And I can set it here. Now let me.
So right at the beginning.
Correct.
Of
where
the
there's that
triangle.
intersection, exactly.
Yeah. So I'll just put that.
Yeah, and you're at 80 knots. Beautiful.
Just
Good.
above. Yep. Go.
All right. So we're getting it started. And I'm going to set your course for roughly the heading that you're on, because you'll be landing like this. So let's just go 230.
So I've got basically until just between those trees, don't I?
Correct. At the end of that dirt. See that dirt? That's it.
Runway 28 approach, reported.
So how many seconds do you reckon you're on right now?
Oh, about 15.
Left 310 for the pilot intercept.
Try 28.
Okay. So I've got plenty of room there.
Correct. Now you're a touch fast. You're a touch fast as well. So it probably ends about now, which is about 36 seconds.
Yep.
So you got more than enough. That's more than the 20-second rule of thumb. Now what I want you to do is just square the pattern out. So you know roughly the direction you're on. You're on an upwind now.
Yep.
And once again, you've offset yourself to the right so you can view the field. Now don't turn too early, but you start the turn now if you want to. But for the future one, just extend it and make it a little bit of a bigger circuit. Okay? And fly the circuit as you normally would.
135.5.
Good. Great, so you're on a crosswind leg. You're looking for that 45-degree angle with a departure end of where you would be landing. Once again, this would all be conducted at low level, 500 feet AGL. We've given ourselves an additional margin, keeping it at 1,000 feet. Good, 30-degree angle of bank. So the next pass we're going to do, when we're on the final leg, so you might want to extend this out, you're going to descend to, normally you would descend to 100 feet AGL. We're not going to do that today. I want you to overfly the field with the field on your left and talk me through some of the features you see based on the 5 S's. So remember, the aim point we're going to have is probably where you get that intersection. Yeah? It's kind of got a brown patch of water. So use that as your...
I was actually using the tip of the triangle as
the tip of the triangle?
Like you see how...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the same reference point that I'm using, the tip of the triangle. It's probably a better way to define it. Yeah, beautiful.
Not quite.
I'd say you're about 45 now. Yeah. Yep, keep yourself 30 degrees. Lovely. Good. So we're on the base leg.
Yep.
And you'd only have to lose 400 feet, which is not a lot.
Yep. So we're still going to go further over to the right of the field.
Correct.
Yes?
You still want to be to the right of where you would be landing so that you can see it out of your left window and define the features you're going to see, okay?
Well, I can see from here the slope's fairly flat from our first pass.
And what else did you notice about the surface? You can probably start that turn
short
about
grass.
now. Short grass. Good. Do you think it's dry?
At the moment, yes.
Good. Good. Lovely. Did you notice any obstacles?
Just a bump in the middle of the field and maybe that squiggly line.
Yep, so that looks like, to me, that squiggly line is water.
Yep.
So you probably want to be landing yourself right of the dirt track, but to the left.
Left of the water.
Good.
If I could actually center myself on the dirt track, it would probably be the best.
Yep. So what do you see to the left of the dirt track, though?
There's a patch over there, as well as the trees.
As we get closer, tell me what that patch is.
Looks like a pile of rocks.
It is. It's a pile of rocks. So hence you don't want to get too close to that dirt.
Yep.
Yeah, that dirt road.
Yep.
But if it can support a vehicle, that road, it can support an aeroplane.
Yeah.
All right, so think about undershooting and overshooting. If we undershoot our aim point, what's going to be some of the features that we could hit?
Trees.
Yep.
There's some small trees down there.
What about fencing?
I can't see any fencing from here.
I can definitely see a fence that borders that.
Okay.
I can see it, yeah.
on the scent, 9,000.
Good.
Victor Golf
But yeah,
X-ray,
just
Sydney departure,
trees mainly.
please leave and
Good.
re-escort.
So slope is relatively flat, surface is pretty much short, dry grass.
Yep.
We know that there's rocks, there's trees, and the overshooting.
Trees at the end.
Exactly. So we've got to nail the aim point, which is where the tip of the triangle is. So you'll touch down just after that.
Yep.
And you should have enough room. And it'll be a short field landing for that. So.
There is one more obstacle
Tell me.
before the end, which is like a drain.
Okay, yep. So that's to, what, the left of the dirt track?
To the right.
To the right. Okay, so that's another obstacle. We've got to stop before that.
I've got to double check that as it comes behind my wing. You see it?
Yeah, I can see the drain, but the drain is to the left. The one that I can see is to the left of the dirt track.
Yep.
We're going to be to the right of the dirt track, so no issue.
So no issue.
Good. So overall, are you happy with the length?
Yes.
And are you happy with the field in terms of the 5 S's?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to land at this field.
Yes.
Is that correct? Good. So this is our third and last pass, because we've determined we're going to land at that field, okay?
That's Bringelly Bellows?
That's Bringelly, yeah. So we don't want to be 1,800.
Yep.
That's inbound for Camden.
Yep.
So we're below that. But we may see aircraft above us. Good, just watch your altitude in that turn. Just a little bit of back pressure in that turn. You'll be fine.
Never really flown this slow for this long.
Okay, so you're downwind. What's a couple
Downwind.
of things you need to do?
Okay, brakes,
Yep.
undercarriage, fixed, mixture, full rich. Instruments, T's and P's in the green. Switches, landing lights on,
Yep.
fuel pump on. Hatches, locked, harnesses, slight briefing.
Good.
We're making a landing at that field.
Yep.
Don't envisage anything going wrong. When we get down there, please keep your hands clear of the controls.
Yep.
When we get down there, just wait for my instructions when we get down.
Okay, good. So once again, harnesses and doors are the main things
Yep.
to talk about. Last but not least, who else are you going to talk to? Because you're landing in a field.
Okay, so pan, Tango Romeo Romeo, Tango Romeo Romeo, Tango Romeo Romeo. In the training area of Bankstown, sitting down in a field just south of the new airport.
Yep. 2 POB.
2 PLE.
Yeah, that's it. Good. And you'd squawk 77, yeah? So once again, really on the downwind, it's bumpish. Prepare yourself for landing.
Yep.
Communicate to ATC. Let them know your situation and roughly where you're landing if you know where you are.
33 departures.
Squawk 7700 and passenger briefing. Very nice. So I want you to be on final telling me where exactly is your aim point.
There's a couple aircraft.
And I'm happy for you to descend to no more than 800 feet AGL.
Okay.
You know, any clear.
So, my aim point is just after the, actually, extend that a little bit further.
Yeah, I agree.
To the right of those trees.
Correct.
Between the two sets of trees.
I've got them, yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
And as close as possible to the tip of the
Triangle.
triangle.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you cut in a little early on that one, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
On the base.
So
if you've
I would actually
extended-
drop power now.
Correct, yep. Yep, so get yourself, you've got 200 feet that you can lose. And once, yep.
Get straight away into the
So aim point once again, you got the 2 trees.
Yep.
Just pretty much after that.
Yep.
Good, and remember you want to be to the right of that. That's it, you're landing this direction.
Yep.
All right, you can power me up, 800 feet, let's go. Lovely. Good, you can retract your next stage. Keep that nose up. Lovely. So that is a PSL. Yeah, so see how we found the field? We timed it, and we did a couple of passes to determine if it was suitable. Okay? You can switch off your fuel pump and landing light when you're happy.
Good. Up to 2,000?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start looking around the training area. You understand the exercise. Let's look in the training area to see if we have any other additional fields that we could use to conduct a PSL. So talk me through field selection, okay?
Well, good clear patch first of all. So if I was in trouble now, I'd be aiming probably straight for there.
So whereabouts is there, sorry?
To the right of the water.
To the right of the water, okay.
Probably just beyond, like there's a body of water to the left and one closer to the right of that body of water.
Okay. So you'll probably notice it's pretty green.
Yep.
Right? So it could be very moist. It's also next to lakes.
Yep.
So that could be one issue you could encounter when you do your second pass.
Yep.
That it's just very green, very moist. Now please remember when you see water, water slopes down.
Yep.
Yeah, so in thinking of slopes, with regards to that, let's make a right-hand turn. Let's have a look to the northern boundary of the training area. Now just to test your knowledge on the training area, what is the ground feature that defines the northern part of the training area?
The water lines.
Yeah, the pipeline. Good. And that pipeline runs from what?
From Warragamba to Prospect Reservoir.
That's it, beautiful. So if you ever get lost, follow the water line.
Yep.
That's it.
733, contact Melbourne Centre 133.5. 133.5.
Good, and you can bring your power back now when you've got your speed up. Nice. So take me to the northern boundary. Talk me through some of the fields that you'll see around there. Then we'll track towards the western boundary, have a look at some fields. So just here alone, yeah, this is pretty much the northern boundary here, right? We're getting close to that pipeline. So what do you see in terms of fields?
There's lots, but most of them a bit hilly.
Yeah, correct, because you've got a lot of water.
Yep.
So the problem is you'd be restricted in length because there's a lot of dams.
Yep.
And as you said, it slopes down. Good, so let's make a left-hand turn and let's have a look towards the western side, no traffic.
I always seem to think that I'm banking more than I am.
Always confirm with your instruments.
Yep, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Just apply a bit of back pressure because I can see here, yeah, that's it. There you go. Good, so keep yourself tracking west. I've got a helicopter at your 11 o'clock. So what do you think is, what do you see out west here?
Out west is that field directly in front of us, but I'd have to be,
You'd have to be this way. So you can accept a crosswind, yeah?
Yep.
So if the wind was coming, as we said, we normally want to be departing to the west, we can accept a crosswind. That's no big issue.
Only thing about that is a couple of trees in the middle of it.
Yep, and that's, that would restrict your length. Good. What else do we have in terms of options towards the west?
Roads.
Yeah, you do have roads, but I don't see a nice long straight one, put it that way. Very windy roads.
That's one thing that Luke taught me as well, is look directly below you.
Correct.
There is a nice field below us.
Yeah.
Grass field, pretty much.
Is it long?
It's pretty long, but I can't tell exactly how long.
Yeah. So the point that I'm kind of trying to make based on this is you don't have too many options really, okay, in the training area. You either have short fields and you've got a lot of obstacles on them.
Yep.
You make a left-hand turn and we'll track back. You've got a lot of population, so housing is also here, which is another factor. You might on your nose have a field right there, the length of that, very close to Camden. So that's an option for you. The field we selected is an option.
Yep.
So next time we come out, we're going to do an exercise with PSLs and maybe even a bit of forced landings. I'm going to tell you, you can make a left-hand turn, head me back to Prospect while we discuss. I'm pretty much going to say to you, okay,
Uniform Delta, you're leaving controlled airspace, your control.
You're reaching the end of daylight in 20 minutes.
Melbourne Centre 135.
Find me a field to land.
Yep.
And I want you to conduct a PSL selecting a field. Okay? Once you've done that exercise, we'll go ahead and do a couple of forced landings as well.
All right.
So we'll talk through those.
Yep.
So how did you find that today, the PSL?
Okay.
Yeah?
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no conflict, that twin. So it takes a good 20 minutes to actually do the PSL.
Yeah.
By the time you set yourself up, do all your timings, run through it. Alright, let's have a listen to the ATIS when you're happy. Do you feel it moving to the right?
Just constantly stepping to the left, on the left one. Which way do I want to go?
You want to go probably to the left side, rotate it to the, yeah.
I've actually never used the rudder trim before. And you can actually feel it loosen up.
Yeah.
When you get to where it wants to be.
Yeah, somebody played around with it because it was moving around a little bit yesterday. People were saying it wants to bank to the right. So do you feel that's a bit better?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Ball centered.
Lovely. Alright, so let's have a listen to the
ATIS.
ATIS. Yeah.
Circuit training, frequency 123.6. Runway 29 center in use. Wind variable 5 knots. Timber K. Temperature 11. QNH 1017. On first contact with ground or tower, notify receipt of information, Charlie.
Charlie.
Bankstown Terminal information, Charlie. Runway 29 right for arrivals and departures. Frequency 132.8.
I'm all good.
Runway 29 left for circuit training. Frequency 123.6. Runway 29 Sutherland. Maintain 1,500.
Alrighty, so it's information, Charlie, as we know. Runway 29 is in use, QNH 1017, which we have set. If you want, you can keep yourself at 2,000 if you wanted to, and as we get a bit closer, we can descend ourselves.
Okay.
So another thing you probably want to do, we got the runway to our left. Yeah, that's probably just behind us.
Yep.
We can go ahead and switch tanks. We're at 2,000 feet. Come on. Good. In the green. Nice. What you can do is you can set your course if you want to 290 and you're heading to 290 as well. Right, as we're approaching Prospect,
yep,
you can make a gentle descent, and a possible landing area will be on your left, which is these patches right here if you needed
yep
to land for whatever reason. A lot of people say on Prospect, can you see there's a green patch to the right?
Yep.
It looks really good because you've got the length. The problem is it slopes down pretty aggressively. So you can start a descent if you like to 2,000 as it's on our nose. And when you're happy, you can transfer us over to tower and set your transponder. Just press VFR again, see if that works. Good. 3,000. I know I turned that down. So where's Bankstown Airport?
Should be... Where are we? Right there.
Good. Yeah. So it's approximately at my 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Do you know where 2RN is?
November,
2RN
runway right, clear for
should
takeoff.
be to the right.
Take off runway right.
Pretty much on our wingtip, on the middle of the wing. Yep, good. Next time we're going to come inbound by 2RN, okay?
Helicopter Echo Whiskey Mike.
We'll just keep a lookout for any traffic. I didn't see anyone.
Charlie, leave circus on arrival.
So once there, the helicopter wanting a Western Grass sagging call sign.
As said, I've never really looked at this.
Lima Tango,
Been there, but
Oscar,
it's never looked at.
Western Grass not above 100.
Operate Western Grass, not above 100, Lima Tango Oscar.
Other station calling Bankstown Tower, pass your message.
Tower, helicopter Echo Whiskey Mike, Prospect 1000 inbound with Charlie for circus on arrival.
Where is he?
Echo Whiskey Mike will advise on the circuit, join downwind, runway 29 right, and maintain 1000.
Can't see.
Okay, it's 1,000
Echo
below.
Whiskey Mike report.
Yeah, hold yourself at 1,500. He's below us at 1,000.
Bankstown Tower, helicopter Zulu Tango, ready to main pad for circuit.
Make sure you maintain 1,500 because he's maintaining 1,000.
Main pad cleared for takeoff, Zulu Tango. Bankstown Tower, uniform November Victor.
Still don't have him sighted.
Right, Levi upwind.
Uniform November Victor Tower, runway right, cleared for takeoff.
Takeoff runway right, uniform November Victor.
Give him a call.
Bankstown Tower, Tango Romeo, Prospect 1,500 with information Charlie inbound.
Tango Romeo, Bankstown Tower, join downwind, runway 29 right, maintain 1,500.
Join downwind 29 right, maintain 1,500, Tango Romeo.
Very nice. So as you track towards the field, what are you looking for in terms of, do you have a ground feature you reference?
The velodrome.
Okay, so do you know where the velodrome is?
That white patch pretty much just to the left of the airport.
Lima Tango Oscar traffic, another helicopter operating Western
They
Grass.
usually post out from amongst trees.
Lima Tango Oscar, copy.
So to me, I have it further left of those patch of white buildings. There's a cluster of trees, and you just see this silver top at your 12 o'clock right now.
Zulu Foxtrot Bravo Tower.
As we get closer, hold this
Cross runway right,
particular heading.
line up runway centre.
And then as we get closer, you'll be able to see it.
Runway right, line up runway center, Zulu Foxtrot Bravo.
I like to do my bumfish early, personally, just because if there's a lot of traffic, people tend to forget it. So en route, I like to do it.
Mixture full rich. Instruments T's and P's in the green. Switches fuel pump on, landing light on. Hatches, harnesses, all good.
Do you see the velodrome?
Just
12
in front
o'clock,
of us.
that's it, yeah. So from a distance, you were referencing, I believe, these buildings on the left here, yeah? So take further left, cluster of trees, silver top.
Until advice, runway centre, cleared for takeoff.
And just about at the velodrome turn.
That's absolutely fine.
Bankstown Tower, Diamond uniform member Romeo, Alpha 829 right for departure via crossing ready.
Uniform November Romeo Tower, runway right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway right, clear takeoff, uniform member radio. Zulu Tango, downwind, stop and go, main pad.
Zulu Tango, main pad, cleared, stop and go.
Main pad, cleared, stop and go, Zulu Tango.
Good. You can probably start adjusting your track about now. The velodrome's pretty much on your nose.
Yeah, just about below us.
Yeah. Good.
Zulu Foxtrot Bravo, make a right turn, set course overhead.
Right turn, Zulu Foxtrot Bravo.
You can give them a call.
Tango Romeo downwind.
Tango Romeo,
Just watch your
clear
course.
visual approach, runway right, number 1.
Clear visual approach, runway right, number 1. Tango Romeo.
Beautiful. That's better. Yeah, so now you're paralleled.
And uniform November Romeo, that Cessna crosswind's going to be climbing overhead.
Traffic in sight, uniform November Romeo.
So what I like to do, see your speed, go carb heat on, bring your power back to about 17, carb heat. Yep. Just to slow yourself down. Now you're in the wide arc if you needed that flap.
Which I do.
Yeah, you just had a bit too much excess speed. If you want to kind of make the turn so that field that you have there,
yep,
that track, you're going to be to the left of that.
Tower, helicopter echo.
That'll give you enough
Choppers north.
room on final to manoeuvre.
Echo Whiskey Mike, join and report base main pad.
Join report base, main pad, Echo Whiskey Mike.
Good, and you're getting a touch low because the terrain actually comes up here.
Bengtson Tower, Tango, X-ray uniform on Alpha 8, 29R, right, ready for an upwind departure.
Tango X-ray uniform, tower hold position.
Hold position, Tango X-ray uniform.
Tango Romeo, runway right, cleared to land.
Runway right, clear to land, Tango Romeo.
Good, you can start that turn. You just don't want to cut into final. And adjust your angle of bank as you need,
main
yeah?
pad becoming number 1.
Echo Whiskey Mike, main pad number 1.
Zulu Foxtrot Bravo, contact Sydney departures 129 at
Cut that out.
Power.
Yeah.
129
You can hear it roaring. So that's how you got a bit high.
Yeah.
And carb heat.
Coming off.
Be mindful, there are birds.
Cessna Zulu Foxtrot Bravo,
Side of the
tracking picnic point for 1,500.
Zulu Foxtrot Bravo, transmitted on Bankstown Tower. Zulu Tango, sequence behind another helicopter on a wide right base for the main pad.
Sequence behind that helicopter and looking for that helicopter, Zulu Tango. Bankstown Tower, Zulu Uniform India, Seminole, Prospect
Drop that nose.
1,500 inbound with Charlie.
There you go.
Zulu Uniform India, Bankstown Tower, join downwind,
Straight
runway
level.
29 right, maintain
Bit of back pressure.
1,500.
See how you landed a bit flat? Yeah, so just fly straight and level, because you just are a little, and just gentle on the brakes. You can take the next available exit.
Echo Whiskey Mike, base, main pad,
Keep rolling through.
if possible.
It was a soft landing, but it was flat.
Yep.
Echo Whiskey Mike, main pad, cleared, stop and go.
Main pad clear, stop and go, Echo Whiskey Mike.
Tango X-ray uniform, line up runway right.
Line up runway right, Tango X-ray uniform.
Lovely.
Tango X-ray uniform, runway right, cleared for takeoff.
Yep, just stick to your left. Yeah. And you can give them a, oh, okay, he's going anyway.
Runway right, clear to takeoff, Tango X-ray uniform.
Fuel pump off, lights off. Stand by.
And go ahead and transfer over to ground frequency.
119.9.
You know where you're at?
Yep. Are we going on Kilo?
Sure, give him a call.
Thanks, down ground. Tango Romeo Romeo on Kilo, requesting taxi to hotel.